Living conditions inside of U-75 have gotten borderline unbearable as we approach our 30th day at sea. To show for it, U-75 has gone on a rampage in the eastern Mediterranean, sinking numerous freighters and even a British cruiser. Now all that's left in the boat is about 100 shells for the deck gun and one G7A torpedo loaded in tube number 5. I fully intend to use this torpedo and make the most of it. As of now, U-75 is patrolling the glassy smooth waters just north of Tobruk, conducting frequent dives to check hydrophones and avoid any Tommy air patrols in the area.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1,0.
Days have passed as the watch crew scours the horizon for any sign of mast or smoke. Not a soul has been spotted in days. Our stubbornness eventually paid off though on February 25th. Peeking over the horizon, bearing 045 degrees, a large and seemingly lone freighter was sighted. It is time to blast off our last eel. Hello everybody, Wolf back here, and welcome back aboard U-75 as we continue our second patrol in the Mediterranean. We have been cruising on the surface for a little while now, and on the horizon we have sighted a lone cargo ship. Well, I thought it was a lone cargo ship until I saw our destroyer friend off to 069 degrees there. So we are going to work on getting into an appropriate position for a torpedo attack. We are going to have to swing quite wide because, I mean, weather conditions are perfect. I originally saw the lone freighter, what I perceived to be a lone freighter, and got excited, thinking we may be able to utilize the deck gun here, but that is a death wish. Wind is 0. Wow, no wind at all. Impressive. Okay, let's see. I think, what's our target? West-southwest. Which is an interesting course here. As a matter of fact, we may be able to maneuver around her now. Let's just adjust. Here, I want to move out this way. Increase speed to full. And we'll get rid of the rest of this. They're reporting her speed is medium, so I'm going to guess the target is going 10 knots. So at 10 knots, she will go, we'll round up 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers. So she'll be at around here in 1 hour. It's going to take us 30 minutes to get here. 1 hour to get here. We'll definitely be able to beat her then. Especially as we get up to speed and stop our turn. So let's see, let's go 2 knots. So 44 kilometers in 2 hours. Mark 44. She will be about here in 2 hours time. And hopefully in 2 hours we'll be able to maneuver around. Yeah, perfect. Hopefully we are able to do this. Let's go down to full. And hopefully they don't pick us up as we race across here. The destroyer. I don't see anything behind it. Let me scan the horizon, make sure there's not another destroyer protecting this freighter. And I suppose I could try to identify our friend. There she is, lock on target. Fairly large merchant. I got mast, funnel, mast. Let's go flip through here. I'm guessing probably a medium merchant. And it kind of looks like she may be changing course. Really hard to tell at this point in time. I just really want to establish the target's draft. Since we only have a single G7A torpedo, I want to make the most of it. I'm going to fire a magnetic pistol so it'll detonate underneath the keel and hopefully break our friend here in 2. Because deck gun is not an option. Thanks to, I mean, that looks like a Hunt blast destroyer. Also, if I identify the merchant, I'll be able to figure out what her top speed is. Has a pretty large funnel. I probably have flipped past it already. Type 2 heavy merchants. This actually looks good enough for me in draft. 9 meters. Its top speed's 15 knots. I don't think she's going 15 knots. Okay, we got that locked in. That, I mean, hey, that's good enough for government work. That works for me. 6,000 tons. That should be sufficient for a single torpedo. Let's set the draft to 10 meters. Magnetic, speed fast. We are going to try to get nice and close to our friend here. We'll keep this out for the time being. And I can probably just cut this in a little bit. I am just concerned about being sighted, of course. We have an enemy aircraft spotted. 228. Crash dive immediately, please. Oh boy, here we go. Here they are. Twin engine aircraft coming in. Oh boy, hopefully they don't radio our position in. I'm sure they will, though. Man, this really does not help our hunt whatsoever. All right, diving down, passing 10 meters. All right, scope's getting washed over. Drop down quickly, quickly, quickly. All right, down 30, passing 30 meters. Good. Love to see it. Now we wait for the inevitable barrage of depth charges. Okay, go down to 80. That should be fine. Okay, we are down at a safe depth. Oh my gosh. That was close, huh? Okay, reduce speed, slow down. Okay. Oh boy. Not like that one bit. Alright, we're safe. We'll stay under for 30, 40 minutes, I suppose. It's 15, 12 now. Yeah, we'll stay underwater for a while. Let's take a listen. That's the warship. Doesn't seem like she's changing speed or anything. Probably sticking with the freighter. Okay, I know. It's okay. It's okay, Anton. Don't worry about it. We'll reduce our speed and hang out down here for a little bit. And I'll keep you all updated. The electric motors hummed as our U-boat sliced through the water, trying to maintain hydrophone contact with the fast-moving vessels. 45 minutes passed, and the order was given to surface the boat. The watch crew clambered up and scanned the skies. All was clear. The chase continues. U-75 has tracked this pair of vessels well over 100 kilometers, and at long last, we are out in front of them. The sun is setting quickly now, too, making it the perfect time to strike. The stern torpedo room rapidly makes preparations to fire Tube 5 and return home to Greece. It is time, folks. We are going to submerge the boat. We are out in front of the merchant and the destroyer, and this gives us a good opportunity to position ourselves perfectly for this shot. Also, the sun is setting, making it nice and dark for us. Let's go down to periscope depth, please.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1-0.
U-75 is submerged. Let's reduce our speed to slow. And the current plan, if we go over to the navigation map, is to cross the merchant ship's track and get off to about this position out here, where we will then fire tube number 5 at the target. I am entertaining the idea of engaging the destroyer. It is getting dark, which will help negate the disadvantage that our G7A torpedo has. However, I don't know if it's worth it. If we blow up the destroyer, we can engage the freighter with a deck gun, but I don't know. I'm not too confident in that whole idea. I think it may be better to engage the warship, but we'll see how things pan out. The warship seems to be heading on a steady course. It doesn't look like she's zigzagging. That's the only reason I am giving that much of a thought. That being said, we are just going to hang low here at periscope depth, go nice and slow. We can rig the boat for silent running as well while we are at it. And we'll wait probably, what, another 20 minutes or so before we start collecting a lot of information regarding the freighter. We are in position, folks. The enemy ships are just sailing right behind us. I don't think the warship is aware of our presence, and honestly, this is making a very tempting target. Let's begin reversing the boat to try to close the distance, and let me see. It looks like a Hunt class destroyer. We've encountered quite a few of these. Let's go to the British ships. If she doesn't start zigzagging, I may just decide to lob our G7A towards the target. I mean, the torpedo's moving at 44 knots. It is getting kind of dark. It's not as dark as I would like. I'm sure that torpedo trail will be visible. Hunt 3 class. Length is 85 meters. Draft 4 meters. Let's go ahead and set draft to 5 meters. Speed fast magnetic pistol on tube 5. Okay. And let's begin changing our course slightly here. That way we can attempt to gather information regarding the target speed. Doesn't look like she's moving too quickly. There's our freighter friend. I can't make out. It looks like she has a platform for a gun on the bow. There's definitely one on the stern. That's pretty tall there. So we would have a gunfight on our hands. That being said, it doesn't look like she's too heavily armed on the bow. I think we can make it work, especially as nighttime closes in. It is getting dark pretty fast. Do a quick scan on the horizon, make sure I don't see any other mast peeking out and coming our way. Want to be sure it's just us and our 2 friends. I may just try to blast this Hunt class here. It'd be the second destroyer we've attacked this patrol. Let's keep adjusting course. Yeah, that's good. Range probably be around 1.5 kilometers. Oh boy, is she turning? If she does start turning and zigzagging, then it's a no-go. We will not fire. It does... Yeah, rudder is zeroed currently. It does look like she's kind of turning away. It's very difficult to tell at this point here. Regardless, let's keep our eye on the ball here. Set up. Make sure our wire is aligned. Maybe she's not turning. Very difficult. Okay, I'm guessing she's moving quite quickly though, probably around 12 knots, that's our guess. And we start the timer once the bow crosses the wire and start. Okay, this will probably only take like 20 or so seconds. It's not a very large vessel. Heavily armed, very intimidating silhouette in the Hunt class. Okay, wow. And mark, there we go. Looks like 13 seconds. And we're going to bring this all the way up. 13 seconds all the way to 85 meters. She is going 12.5 knots. Look at that. Okay, I saw her wake there, and I thought for just a second that was a searchlight. She is definitely turning. She's definitely turning away. Is the merchant turning too? I don't think she is. Yeah, it's decided. She absolutely is maneuvering. Okay, I really hope she does not turn this way and detect us. Where's our merchant friend? She looks like a steady course. So, okay, firing at the warship has been completely ruled out. Start moving forward. Rudder zeroed out. Good. This is kind of worrisome, folks. Down scope. We'll have to respeed the freighter, which is fine. Come to 340. Alright, and let's go to the hydrophone. She's not too erratic. I think this is routine. Merchant seems to be heading at a steady clip. Obviously no ASDIC going off yet. No searchlights, no star shells have been fired off. I don't think they know we are here. That really is the name of the game here, hoping that warship has not detected us. Because, I mean, she was sailing steady. It's very convenient that she started zigzagging about right now when I was about to fire an eel right at her. That's just the way it is. We're turning. She's going to be in our baffles here momentarily. Now that we know the warship is moving about and adjusting speed and course, I do want to get a speed reading on our merchant friend. That's probably going to be a more accurate reading. Let's take a look. Up scope. And we can begin reversing again. Kind of just want to stay where we are, making my dive planesmen really work for it. They are earning their salary currently. Doesn't look like she is zigzagging about. She's steady. Warship, yeah, look, she's turning her stern right towards us. Picking up quite a bow wake. Now we just wait, reverse. I want to be nice and close. Hopefully one torpedo will be enough to break this ship in half. Let's take a look at her. 6,000 tons. Let's see, draft 8.6 meters. We'll set to just shy of 10. That should be sufficient. It is getting dark quite quickly as well, which will benefit us. We're going to fire our torpedo at the target. I may use a slow speed setting just so we can get down faster. That's something I'll consider as we get closer. And I think she does have a bow gun. Look at that. There is a platform up there. So getting into a gunfight with this particular ship seems ill-advised. It is time to commence the attack. It's 2015 currently, and our merchant friend is closing in on 180. We are going to get her speed because obviously the speed reading we got on the hunt class is going to be inaccurate. We will get her speed and then turn to line ourselves up perfectly. We're getting nice and close here. Just kind of adjust things around. Tube 5 magnetic pistol. I set the draft to... looks like 9.5 meters, which is about 1 meter below the keel. I may just set it just a little bit lower. I'm hoping 1 torpedo will be enough to break the ship in half. Let's line it up, and we can raise our scope so we have a clear picture here. Get ready. And it doesn't look like she actually has a bow gun there. Regardless, let's start the timer. Looks like it's going to be around 30 or so seconds. Let's see, length is 142, good to know. And set. Okay, change heading, new course, 350. 350. 34 seconds, so let's grab 34. Here, 34, and we're bringing that to 142. And it looks like she's going around 8 knots. That does seem... yeah, I'm liking 8 more. It does seem slow. 8 knots set. I'll do 8.5. Angle on bow is pretty close to 90 degrees. We can kind of tell due to these masts here. They're not perfectly lined up. Do 80 degrees starboard. Set. I'm getting... how many ticks do we got here? 4 tick marks. What's her height? Mast height's 30 meters. So 4 tick marks, 30 meters. 4 tick marks, 30 meters. Being 800 meters out. Okay. We'll do 900. Set. Open tube 5. Get it open. Get ready to fire tube 5. Things look good. Start moving forward. Tube 5. I think she's a bit farther out. Set there. Okay, we're good. Tube 5, los. Tube 5 away. Down periscope. Drop down to 40 meters. Runtime is 45 seconds. We managed to hit the ship. We are going to keep diving down. Drop down to 140 meters. Increase speed to 4 knots. No ASDIC just yet. Can't hear anything. Let's clear our baffles. New heading 040. There we go. Alright, drop down a little quicker than we are currently going. Please and thank you. We'll change course. I don't know if that 1 torpedo was enough. Hopefully it's enough to at least slow her down. We didn't get the immediate she's going down message, so I'm sure the ship is doing just fine up there. Probably taking on some water though. We'll see. Hopefully she'll slow down to a crawl or eventually succumb to flooding. I thought I heard gunfire up top. I think the hunt is firing off star shells. We are down at 120 meters. The hunt class is doing circles behind us. It doesn't look like she has any idea where we are exactly. Let's... you know what? I'm not going to even adjust anything. They haven't picked us up. We are going to maintain this course and not change it. Yeah, continue at the speed as well. There may be a layer or something that we're playing with, which is helping conceal us. But still no word on the freighter. Let's see if we can hear anything back there. See if she's definitely slower. That's a very slow chug. That's the warship. I don't believe she's even dropped a pattern of depth charges just yet either. She really is not aware of where we are. We may get away scot-free here. That being said, I do hope this ends up going down. That would be great. Does seem like she is still moving, probably not very quickly, however, on this track. So we'll see. Maybe she'll come to a stop, and then we can utilize the deck gun once the destroyer sails off somewhere else. We'll see. We got it, folks. She's going down. We got the report. There we go. 1 torpedo, 1 ship. Can't even really hear her. And that's the destroyer back there. We're just going to continue on this course and hopefully get out of here. My goodness, that's what I'm talking about. What an attack. Oh, explosions. The British destroyer had no clue where we slipped off to. She desperately searched the waters near the sunken freighter and dropped a few depth charges, but we continued on our northbound course undetected. After about 1 hour, the destroyer completely broke off contact and we were free. Bex was distributed throughout the boat and the crew celebrated. We were going home.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Nächste Seewache sich klar machen.
Auftauchen.
Vorne um 10, hinten komm auf 5.
In the early morning hours of February 27th, the sleek silhouette of a U-boat emerged from the rain and fog and was quickly moored to her berth in Salamis. The weather was poor, so our greeting was subpar. That being said, U-75's second patrol in the Mediterranean was excellent, and the crew performed admirably. They will be receiving some well-deserved R&R. Well, we have finally made it home at long last. After a very successful first patrol, we've made it into our berth here, and I think we are now good to exit the patrol. We will go ahead and dock and see how we did. Our crew earned promotions. We got 1,700 renown. Our hull integrity was 96%. I was actually expecting it to be quite a bit lower. And I know it says Patrol 3 here, but this is our second war patrol. The first one was just a shakedown. Anyway, Patrol 3, we destroyed 7 merchants and sunk 2 warships, 1 hunt class, and 1 light cruiser, as you can see here. Overall, quite an awesome patrol, all things considered. We can see all the ships we sunk here. I think the largest ship was probably this large merchant, 10,000 tons here. We had a 9,000 tonner at the very beginning. And then here, the Type 2 heavy merchant right there for a grand total 54,700 tons. Well, folks, I do hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.